There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Time again for the Underdog Show, starring that champion of champions, Underdog.
When criminals in this world appear and bring the laws that they should fear and fight for all who see or hear, the cry goes up both far and near for Underdog. 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 Speed of lightning, roar of thunder, hiding all who love or plunder. Underdog. Underdog.
Shine, sir?
Yes, indeed. A bright sunny day is the perfect time for a shine.
It is indeed a most beautiful summer day.
Yes, sirree. A clear sky with only a few fluffy white clouds. The kind of day you know things are going to go just the way they should. What? I've been hit by a snowball.
A snowball? But, sir, that is impossible.
A snowball, I tell you. I know a snowball when I feel one.
But we must be logical, sir. We know that on a bright summer day, it could never snow.
Oh, no? Snow in the summer? What could it mean? The answer lay in the diabolical laboratory of Simon Bar Sinister.
It works. My snow gun works.
Yeah, boss. But what good is a snow gun?
Watch, Chad, and you shall see. Watch that postman as he approaches. Simon says, go snow.
A snowman. You turned him into a snowman.
Exactly. And the entire city shall do as Simon says, or I shall turn everyone into snowmen and snow women.
Gee.
Come, Cad. We must go out and demonstrate the power of my new weapon.
Hello, this is Sweet Polly Purebred, your television news reporter. What can I do for you? What's that? You just saw a snowman? In the summertime? I'll be right out. My, what a wonderful story. I hope they aren't snowing me.
Snow in the summertime. That could make an interesting news story. I'd better run up and tell Sweet Polly. Are you hurt, Sweet Polly?
No, thank goodness.
I was hurrying to bring you a news story about...
I haven't time now, Shoeshine. Someone just reported seeing a snowman out in Eastwood.
First, I was hit by snow, and now Sweet Polly says someone has seen a snowman. All on a hot summer day. This looks like a job for... Underdog. Snow in the summer? I wonder why. I'd better go up and search the sky.
While Underdog was going sky high, Simon Bar Sinister was arriving at the 2-cent savings bank.
Simon says, hands up. Give me all your money.
You can't get away with this. The police will catch you, you thief.
You are only the first. All the city will do as Simon says or be turned into snowmen and snow women.
Then you'll have to answer to Underdog.
And not even Underdog can withstand my snow gun. I'll snow everyone.
Can Simon Bar Sinister really snow the entire city? Will even Underdog be helpless against Simon's snow gun? There's plenty of excitement ahead in our next episode.
Ridiculous. This is ridiculous. That measly little light bulb doesn't give enough light for a mouse to read by. We've got to do something about it.
You're absolutely right, Tennessee. How about if I give it a good yank and...
No, Chumley, we can't pull the light down closer to the paper, but we can get the paper up closer to the light. Here, give me a hand stacking up these boxes. Well, sir, this is more like it. Now, Chumley, will you please toss up the sports section?
I'll bring it myself.
No, Chumley, don't climb up. You can't. There isn't... Chumley! Who turned off the lights? Turn on the lights. One of these days, Chumley. One of these days. We're going to have some decent light around here, or I'll know the reason why. Now, this log should make a good torch, Chumley. It's full of pine pitch. There. All right, Chumley. Switch on. Contact. That's more like it. Now, if you'll hand me the comic section, we can get down to some serious reading.
Meanwhile, in his office, Stanley Livingston, director of the zoo, was putting the finishing touches on his favorite hobby. A model of the Empire State Building made entirely out of toothpicks.
There, the final piece. After a whole year, finished at last. Now I'll just back up and take a look at it. Beautiful. Beautiful! Boards! Hey, boards! Boards! 7, 8, 9, 10. Flunky! How many times have I told you not to come through that door without knocking? Now look what you've done to my model of the Empire State Building.
Yeah, but boss,
And stop calling me boss. I am not a boss. I am Mr. Livingston.
But boss, Mr. Livingston,
And one more thing, Flunky. Would you kindly remember to remove your hat in this office?
Yes, boss, Mr. Livingston.
Now, what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
A fire, Mr. Livingston.
Well, that's better, a fire. A fire?
Yes, sir, Mr. Livingston.
Where? Where?
Over there, Mr. Livingston, sir, in the Walrus and Penguin house.
Oh, this is awful. Well, don't just stand there holding a hat, man. Call the fire department.
Isn't this fine, Chumley? Nothing like reading at home in peace and quiet.
Yeah.
What's that? Seems to be getting closer. Wonder where the fire is. Oh, well. Hey, wait! Wait! Hey!
Well, I might have known you were at the bottom of this.
We were just trying to get enough light to read, Stanley. Improve our minds. The lights in this zoo are a disgrace.
Read? Read? Improve your minds? You're not supposed to read. You're a penguin and a walrus. Now let's have no more nonsense.
Did you hear that, Chumley? Did you? Did you? I'll show him. I'll build our own electric light system. Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail.
Yeah. You know as much about electricity as I do. Nothing.
What do you mean I don't know anything about electric lights? What's there to know? An electric light is simply a little glass, a little wire, and a little electricity. Simple.
Huh?
Now let's get to work. First, we need something for the bulb. This should do it. Now all we need is some wire and a plug.
A short time later...
You see, Chumley, I told you there wasn't anything to it. When we plug it in, the electricity will flow through the wire, go into the bottle, and fill it with light. All right, Chumley? Plug it in. We'll show that Stanley Livingston. This is going to electrify the zoo. Chumley! Chumley! Are you okay? Something must have gone wrong.
Yeah. Wrong is right. We better go see the answer man.
You're right. It's time to go see Mr. Whoopi.
I'll bet it's that pesky penguin and walrus again. Come on, Flunky.
This seems like a very good time for us to go, Chumley. Follow me. We'll escape under cover of darkness.
And
you say there was a big flash and everything went black.
That's right. So we want to know how to make a light.
Well, we mustn't keep you in the dark about that, must we? Oh, no. I think this is a job for the three-dimensional blackboard. Now, where did I put it? In the closet, I guess. Ah, yes, here we are. The fabulous, famous, flamboyant, fantastic 3D BB.
Wow.
Whoa!
You know, my boy, you are trying to do in 5 minutes what mankind has taken thousands of years to develop. The first light was probably a torch, plucked out of the fire by a caveman and used to scare off his enemies. But then, of course, you know all about torches, don't you? Oh, yes. Later, somebody discovered that oil would travel up a wick and would burn thus. And after that came candles, then kerosene lamps, then gas lamps.
That's fine, Mr. Whoopi, but what about electric lights?
Yes, electric lights, yes, of course. Well, you'll note that in these other forms of light, something burned, right?
Yes, we know about burning.
Well, for years, men tried to make a light that would not use a flame. And in 1879, Thomas Edison, the world's greatest inventor, did it. He knew that when electricity is passed through a fine thread, the thread will get white hot and give off light. Trouble was that the thread, which is called a filament, soon burned up. Edison knew that things can't burn if there is no air, so he put the filament in a glass bulb and pumped out all of the air. Now the filament lasted a little longer, but still not long enough to be practical. He searched all over the world for a filament that would last. He made test after test. Finally, he tested a filament made of bamboo fiber. It burned a long time. The electric light was a success! Today, of course, the filaments are made of a metal called tungsten and last a very long time.
Did you get that, Chumley? First, we need a thread for a filament. Then we pump the air from the milk bottle, and then we'll have ourselves a real light.
Not so fast, not so fast, my boy. You know what happened the last time you tried to make a light? You both might have been killed. Electricity is a very dangerous thing and should be handled only by trained, experienced men. I want you to promise me you'll never again fool around with electricity. Promise?
All right, we promise. But what are we going to do for a light?
Oh, you'll think of something.
And so they did. On the way back to the zoo, Tennessee got an idea, and quickly entering a certain store, came out with a large package.
There now, Chumley. I'll just turn on this switch and all the light we need.
Yeah, but why didn't you do this in the first place?
Why didn't I do this in the first place? Chumley, don't be ridiculous. If I bought a lamp in the first place, we'd never have learned about torches, right?
Uh-huh.
We'd never have learned about oil lamps and candles and gas lights, right?
Uh-huh.
We'd never have learned about Thomas Edison and how the light bulb works, right?
Right.
Do you want to be ignorant all your life? Do you? Do you? Do you? Chumley, you seem determined to spend the rest of your life in the dark.
Our story opens today not in the kingdom of Bongo Congo, but in the kingdom of Coco Loco on the southern border of Bongo Congo. For centuries, the two little kingdoms had lived at peace with one another. Lately, however, things had grown a little tense and relations had become strained. All due to the efforts of those two villainous villains, Biggie Rat and Itchy Brother. It was their plan to get Coco Loco to make war on Bongo Congo. And when Bongo Congo was defeated, Biggie and Itchy would take over the kingdom. We see them now as they enter the throne room of King Loco III, ruler of Coco Loco.
Yeah, greetings, your regal royal. We've come to yow! Let go my tail! Yow!
What Squashtail was trying to tell you, Loco, old boy, is that his brother Leonardo is about to start warring on you.
Yeah, man, like bang bang.
They wouldn't dare. I'll wipe them off the map.
Yeah, wipe.
I'll smash them.
Yeah, smash it.
My armies will drive that upstart Leonardo right off the throne.
Go, man, go.
And speaking of going, we gotta scram. Got a lot of work to do, see? Come on, Edge. Out through the secret passage.
So long, your Regal Royal. Yowie! Chug-a-ling-a-lingo!
Not long after, a similar scene took place in the throne room of King Leonardo, where the king and Odie were having a quiet game of Bongo Bongo.
Well, what do you two want? More trouble, I suppose? Well, speak up. I'm very busy.
I'll take it easy, Kingsley. Me and Itchy are coming to you with some very important news. Coco Loco's about to start an invasion.
Yeah, and after they clobber you guys, I'm
Quiet,
gonna be...
blockhead. You'll louse up the whole deal. Now, like I said, Kingsley, being well loyal citizens and all, we thought you ought to know about this invasion.
This is the most unheard of thing I ever heard of. We haven't had a war around here in centuries. But, as great-grandfather Leonardo the Warrior would say, if it's a fight they want, then it's a fight they'll get.
Attaboy, Kingsley. Massacre 'em. Come on, Itch.
Yeah, sick 'em, sucker!
And so King Leonardo, aware of the gravity of the situation, prepared for war.
Avast! Belay! Lee the scupper, mizzen the mainmast, weigh the compass and box the anchor. Yo, heave ho! All hands on deck. I cut quite a figure as an admiral, right, Odie? I guess I'll impress the Navy.
I'm sure you would, sire. But we have no navy, just the royal yacht.
Very well, I'll command the army.
But, sire...
Beneath attention! By the right flank, left flank, about face, shoulder arms, the rear forward! March! Jolly well ready to take command of the troops, eh, what?
Very true, Your Majesty. Except for one thing.
Yes?
No troops, except the palace guards.
6 men, loyal and brave. But perhaps you're right. These days, the Air Force is the thing. Have a rather dashing uniform, too.
But,
All right, men. We patrol at dawn. Switch on. Blocks off. Contact. Good show, men. How about that, Odie? With me in command, our Air Force will clean the skies of every Coco Loco plane.
But, Your Highness, our Air Force consists of that old balloon which we use every summer at the annual Bongo Congo Fair.
Oh, well, no matter. As my teacher Polonius used to say, it's not the size of the lion in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the lion. We will fight them on the land, on the sea, and in the air. And we will win because our cause is...
Well, it looks very much as though Biggie and Itchy have succeeded in starting a war on Bongo Congo. Can King Leonardo, with his tiny army, cabin cruiser navy, and 1 balloon air force, hope to win? Or will Biggie and Itchy succeed with their plot? We'll find out in our next exciting episode, Showdown at Diver Pass.
The sinister Simon Bar Sinister had invented a diabolical new weapon, a snow gun. And now he was demonstrating its power by holding up a bank.
Simon says, give me all your money.
Guards! Guards! Stop him!
Simon says, go snow.
Oh, no! He's turned them into snowmen! I must reach the burglar alarm!
Simon says, go snow! And now, all this lovely money. And this is only the beginning.
A cry for help comes from below, so hip, 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 and down I go. There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Oh, Underdog, thank goodness you've come. Simon Bar Sinister has robbed a bank, and he turned the guards and the bank president into snowmen.
It's true they seem to be snowmen now, but if Simon did it, pray tell how.
With a new weapon, a snow gun.
And that explains the summer snow. Now tell me, which way did Simon go?
That way!
Underdog took took off in all directions, Simon was entering a palatial mansion where a dance party was going on.
Simon says, go snow. Simon says, go snow. Simon says, go snow. Now, all of you who are not snowbound, give me your money and jewels. Give them to me, or I shall turn you all into snowmen and snowwomen. This should prove the power of my snow gun, Cad. After this, we can return to the laboratory.
Meanwhile, Sweet Polly Purebred had just arrived where the first snowman had been reported.
It is a snowman in the middle of summer. I wonder if the people who live here can tell me anything.
Little did Sweet Polly know that this was actually the laboratory of the fiendish Simon Bar Sinister.
No one seems to answer. Perhaps they're asleep. Hello? Anyone home? Oh, my, what a spooky-looking old house. Oh, why, this looks like the laboratory of some mad scientist.
Here come, Cad. We have work to do. Yes, Cad, now I shall be ruler of the world. With my snow gun, no one can stop me. Everyone shall do as Simon says, or I shall turn everyone into snowmen and snow... Simon says, come out, whoever you are.
Simon Bar Sinister, you beast, you fiend.
Sweet Polly Purebred, what could be more perfect? You shall be my most beautiful snow woman.
Is this the end for Sweet Polly Purebred? Will she really be snowed? There's spine-tingling action ahead in our next episode.
Oh.